Hello, worldly ones. It's been a while. At least a few months. I haven't been making any videos, and I noticed that even so, people were still subscribing, so I guess I thought I'd better get on that. And so here we are. Let's check out today's shirt, shall we? The Happy Herd Farm Sanctuary. Check out I like the arm, that's really cool. And the back. Let's see, get a good shot of that. See if we can, yeah. So it's a lovely place to visit. Our local vegan group went there for a road trip last summer, and when you go there, you do a little bit of volunteer work, help look after the animals, change their water buckets, scrub, scoop poops, that kind of thing. I met a whole lot of goats. They jump all over you when you're there. I met a donkey named Baby and a pig named Lucy, a bunch of other pigs. I met some cows, a whole bunch of chickens running around. It's a great place, lovely people. So I'd highly recommend checking out the Happy Herd Farm Sanctuary in Aldergrove, BC, Canada. Now, today's video, I thought I would make it about the vegan drama. I don't want my whole channel to be about that, but I can't. I mean, it's kind of there everywhere on YouTube. So I have been taking note and taking it in. And one thing I would like to address is people talking about the diet, the raw till 4 actual nutritional dietary information. And as far as I know, you're eating fruit all day long in large amounts until 4 p.m., then you can have starches. And so that's what I've been doing to the best of my ability. I don't always keep it till 4. Sometimes it's raw till noon. Sometimes it's raw till 6. And either way, it's been working for myself. I know it's working for a lot of other people. And I know a lot of people have also said it hasn't worked at all for them. And people are saying that it doesn't work and that it's pseudoscience and that it's too much sugar and it's all that sugar. Well, what I've got to say, what I would like to say, and with all due respect to those people who this have not worked for, who are not doing well with high carb, low fat, whole food, plant-based, it's not all just sugar. Sprite and products like that and refined sugar items are giving fruit a bad name. Fruit is not just about sugar. Fruit has fiber, and the relationship that fiber has with sugar is that fiber slows the release of sugar into our blood. Fruit also has phytonutrients and naturally occurring water, of course. And the water that exists in fresh fruit is special. If you dry that fruit and then soak it again in water, it's just not the same. Fruit is a whole food, the complete package. Don't fear fruit or whole vegetables. I wouldn't fear them at all. It's when you add too much fat to the diet is when you would start to see blood sugar increases, because the fat traps sugar in our blood. That's one thing I learned in a book I read in 2014. I've been vegan for 15 years, but most of those years I was just strung out on coffee and eating a lot of processed foods, and I wasn't eating enough whole foods or fruits because I didn't know. I didn't have the information. And then I read this book, and the title is a ratio, and that's what taught me about how good fruit is for us: whole, fresh, ripe, raw, organic. A lot of people know what book I'm talking about. I'm kind of torn on whether I should promote the book or not, because after learning, I read the book, it changed my life, I loved it, and then I learned about the author, and I would just not suggest ever going on a water or fasting retreat in Costa Rica, ever. It's sad, it's too bad, it's a crying shame, because that's a damn good book, damn good information in it, changed my life, and it helped improve my life a great deal. And then that's when I found Freely Enduring Writer's channel, and they helped bring all this kind of information to life for me, and that benefited me a lot. They really inspired me to get off the coffee and on a bike, and I made a video about that, and I'm most grateful, and I always will be. However, their behavior lately is what really disappointed me. No need to be saying to people, Durian Rider, if this is what you said on Tumblr, if you see people giving Freely shit, tell them to literally go kill themselves. And Freely's response to the Get Upset girls I found was immature and uncalled for, disrespectful. She could have, as an elder in the community, kept it respectful, but she didn't. And oh well, nobody's perfect. I can't subscribe to that. They've done some other things as well. There's a whole list of complaints people have about them, and I see why. And the whole Jennifer Fazili thing, just the way Durian Ryder, I guess, was describing her, that he thought she was a scammer. At the time, I made excuses for it because I can also see how people can become so jaded that they don't trust anybody and they think everybody's a scammer, but I had a lot to learn yet as well. I only followed them on YouTube. I never followed them on any other platform. Visited their Facebook pages once in a blue moon, but only on YouTube is when I followed them. That's it. I don't have Instagram or Tumblr. I don't even have a cell phone. So I didn't have all this information that other people had about Durian Ryder and Freely. I wasn't too concerned about it. I was just happy that my life was improving, and then that would enable me to be of service to others as well. So the high-carb, low-fat, whole food, plant-based diet is very healthy. I don't need to take any more remedies for the arthritis because of that. So I'm grateful on that part, and as well as my cardiovascular system improved. I used to have pains with regards to what I thought were heart condition kind of pains. I would feel them down my left arm and all the way up my left side of my neck, and in my jaw, and in my back as well. I used to have to use hawthorn and white willow, but it was the fat, it was the oils. I was cooking with oil, and oil is sold to us as a health food, but it's not. It's actually not a whole food, and it's toxic when we get away from whole foods. I understand the dangers now. I get it. It took me a while, but when you extract oil from food, it's no longer a whole food. When you extract sugar from food and start drinking Sprite and Coca-Cola and Pepsi and all those other soft drinks, that's when you're going to run into troubles. So, like Durian Ryder likes to drink his Sprite, I don't know, he's going in a different direction now, and I commented on that. And don't forget, products like Sprite are giving fruit a bad name, because that's where the demonization of sugar comes in, is when you're consuming highly processed, highly refined products like that, is what can mess with your health in different ways. Different people respond in different ways, mentally or physically. And so just don't consider Sprite, or any soft drink for that matter, as part of a healthy regimen. It's a treat meant for once in a while. And I don't know, Durian Ryder doesn't really clarify that, so I thought I'd like to just throw my 2 cents worth in there. Nothing wrong with it once in a blue moon, but don't make it a habit. Keep it to whole foods. Again, I'm terribly sorry to those people who are not doing well with high carb, low fat, whole food, plant-based. I don't know what to say to that. I'm not the expert, but these guys are. Check out the China study, T. Colin Campbell. A lot of people have said it's debunked. Read it for yourself. Make up your own mind on that. I think it's really damn good information. I'm living the benefits, and I know a lot of other people are as well. And here, again, Forks Over Knives. More scientific information about the health benefits of keeping it high carb, low fat, whole food, plant-based, and whole. Rethinking the Science of Nutrition by T. Colin Campbell. This is an intense book. This book helped me see the supplement industry that I was working in much differently, and now I don't have to take all the supplements I thought I needed. World Peace Diet. More really good information by Dr. Will Tuttle, PhD. He's an amazing writer, an amazing man. I highly recommend that book for all, he includes all the information about the benefits and destructive negative effects of animal agriculture on our health, the ethics of it, on the environment. It's an amazing book, the World Peace Diet. This is my latest book that I just got. Dr. Michael Greger, How Not to Die. I can't wait to read this. It's a bit of a thick book. I just got that one. So don't throw the baby out with the bathwater as far as Durian Ryder and Freely go. Yes, it sucks what they've had to say in regards to some social issues lately, but the nutritional information, they're good at that. They're giving out good nutritional information. And I know many would beg to differ. However, not everybody's going to agree on the same thing, but that's the science. Check with Dr. Michael Greger. He's amazing the way he explains it. Dr. John McDougall, he will also respond to his emails. Check the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine. There's a lot of really good information out there, and I happen to have a system that responds boldly to what I do to it or what I do for it. And I did get up to 40 pounds overweight before I became bulimic. And during the 6 years of bulimia, at some point the bulimia started working against me, and I was gaining the weight again. I didn't know what I was doing. And then I became vegan in 2001, and I still didn't quite know what I was doing, but I knew that wheatgrass juice was very healthy, and my body loved when I drank it, so I just kept that up. I also drank a lot of coffee and ate a lot of high processed foods. So in 2014, when I finally learned about, just how good fruit really is for us, and eating lots of it, I couldn't believe the misinformation going on out there about candida and diabetes, because that was my first response was, oh, all that sugar isn't going to give me candida? Well, that's how I made the candida go away, was with fruit. I cut out the fat. Oh, that's a whole other video. Anyhow, so I know there's people saying that the high-carb, low-fat thing is pseudoscience and that it doesn't work. I beg to differ on that. A lot of people are doing really well with it. I know a lot of people are not. And I really hope they find something that does work well for them. So I'm going to move on now to my basic handbags. You want to see what's in my basic handbags? Let's check this shit out. Okay, so I've got one here from when I made a purchase at Lululemon. And it is full of animal rights material. We've got, let's see what we've got in here. Oh, here. Got some vegan starter kits. And, someone in our local vegan community made this up. Pigs deserve love. And what else have I got in here? What's wrong with dairy? Oh, I got all kinds of stuff in here. Animal rights. All kinds of material. My friend made up this. All kinds of good stuff, both sides. So, exactly what I do with this material, I can't really say on camera. Moving on. Got another basic handbag here. I really like this one. I have two of these. I use them every day. I pack my breakfast in them for when I go to work, and this is usually filled with Datorade, and I usually have two of these. I love Datorade. 50 dates a day. And here's another basic handbag right here. What have I got in here? Another one. I put parchment paper in between the lid and the thing. I think it's just healthier for some reason. And so I take this to work with me, and I'll have that when I get to work, or first thing in the morning if I don't work that day. And so I'll drink those two jars of Datorade. Sometimes I'll put bananas in them. And here's another cool handbag. Look at how basic this one is. This I got at a secondhand store called Value Village. And so it's actually a zipper in disguise. And it unzips this whole bag. So, look at that. It just is a zipper. It's one big zipper. And it's called Zip It. So here we go. Unzipping it. Unzipping it. Like this will unravel. Like the vegan drama on YouTube. And look what's fallen out of my handbag. Okay, so I have, notepad, and some papers. Oh, a Shaw cable bill. The cable bill. It's the internet as well, the internet bill. And I also have a little ID bag in here. And my favorite hand cream. This is Arbonne Fresh Cell Technology. I absolutely love, love, love this hand cream. I never thought I'd be a hand cream person, but I tried it. I love it. It smells beautiful. Feels great going on. So that's that. That's my my long zipper in disguise bag, handbag. One last handbag here. This one's super basic. It's made of recycled materials, and on the inside flap, we've got some first aid instruction. It's not really serious stuff though. Look at that. Mending bones and breaking hearts. I love it. This whole bag is kind of humorous that way, except till you get to the back. Go vegan or die. Oh, some wounds will require additional assistance. Okay, and inside my bag, so that's a bit about the bag. Cost me all of $20. And in my bag here I have my little home-based business, which is Arbonne. I got some samples in there. I just love, love, love the skincare. It's absolutely wonderful stuff. That was the same hand cream as well. It's all vegan. The skincare, the makeup. It's the best vegan mascara I've ever tried in my life. And I just love it. So that's a little bit about my handbags. So there's just all this talk about basic handbags on the internet, and Durian Ryder even made a video today about the basic handbags and or handbag basics, I guess. But I'm really curious about Freely's basic handbags. It appears as though she's wearing a couple in her chest. Now, I'm not sure, but if anyone has any definite information on whether those are homegrown or bought and paid for, I don't know that we'll ever find out what's in those basic handbags. But hopefully they're homegrown. Anyhow, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If not, thumb it down. And in the meantime, release your inner wild child. Go vegan!